brings that, and I bring all the negativity, all the realistic facts. Good evening, Harry. How you doing?
Yeah, good evening, Mark. It's a positive Wednesday, isn't it? How are you doing?
Well, it depends which side of the fence you're on. It's either the signing we had today, Luke Brownie, whether that is a positive sided or not. What's your thoughts on it?
Oh, well, I didn't know. I didn't expect us to make a signing this early on, but I mean, there was also rumours about him signing for that's obviously unknown, but permanent deal. It does sound like a project thing, don't it? Because I know he was signed on is it 2.5 year deal with an extra if he wants to or not. So all we can say is let's see what he does. If he comes in straight into the side, time will tell. We can't judge yet.
And John said, don't see how we can judge the new signing until we see him in action. I agree with that. But on a side note, John, all right, from my point of view, this seems like a signing of like more long term for a resale.
Yeah, long term, yeah.
Rather than a promotional push signing. That's what I think. That's my view on that.
Yeah, but then he could be one of those players that surprise you. We don't know what he has in his locker, but obviously looking at his, I'd say stats. I know you can't judge because he hasn't played a minute in professional football yet or men's football. So Tambo and you tell, and yeah, you can't judge him because he might surprise us. But then Tambo and you tell that question, won't it?
Yeah, I don't. To me, I don't think it's like a promotional push signing.
Yeah,
it's one for next season and the season after. Do you know what I mean?
it's like one of those like backup defender signings that we need.
Yeah, no one knows that, do we? No one.
No, we don't
knows
know that. No, but
no one knows that. I've tried to be like very sort of like. If you remember Charlie Whittaker last year, he came from Everton under 21s. He was given a 6-month contract, which I wonder whether not sort of regret that now, giving him that 6-month contract. So he weren't kept on, and he's playing really well at Tranmere. You know
it
what I mean?
was,
So
yeah.
it's a bit of a project. You don't know it's going to work. Not like if you buy, I don't know, an experienced player, you don't know that's going to work. Some players don't work in certain systems.
And it also looks like where it's like if we don't start off too well, then you have those couple of years to improve on if his performances are good or bad. So
Yeah, exactly. And then you go a bit further back, like Aidan Stones.
yeah,
No one knew how that one was going to turn out. Aidan Stones now played, I think, below National League North or something, or South, one of the two. He's playing lower down in the football pyramid. So it can always...
it can go 2 ways. It can go north or south. No, it's that simple.
I think the more worrying thing of is the news that Tottenham may be considering. There's some weight about it because it's in the national newspapers.
Yeah,
recalling Tyrese Hall. I think we need to be a lot more worried about that. Lucas Talks Dons, good evening.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that the other day. So it's also interesting that there's been a lot of recalls from other clubs, aren't they, in the recent days, which is a bit nerve-wracking, to be fair. So who knows? It's more usual than last season in January because I don't think there was that much recalls. But from the start of a couple of days in the transfer window, there's been a lot of recalls back to players going back to their obviously clubs. So hopefully not, because I think he'll be a big miss. I know he hasn't played in a couple of games because obviously the red card, which I don't think it was, but we should have. Well, it was a red card, but I don't think it should have been because I think we should have had a red free kick before, but we can't go back. He's been a good player in the midfield. So, and I hope Tottenham don't do that because they didn't do it with that George Abbott, though, did they? So
no, they didn't. They didn't do it with George. Depending what's in that agreement when they signed him, it was a season-long loan for Tyrese Hall. So usually Notts have the upper hand on that.
No, they do. Yeah.
Whether someone comes into play where Notts are offered some, I don't know, another player or somebody else, or financial gain, but it'll be a big miss from the Notts side because he does bring a lot of
Yeah.
energy into the side.
He's been one of those standout players so far, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing is, like, I don't know. We seem to be following the same pattern as we did last season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I think that's the only problem with signing probably loan players because you don't know when they're going to come back. If it is a season-long loan, then you can obviously keep him, but they can still get recalled anytime. So I think that's the only problem. And the famous quote is "Never fall in love with a loan player."
Exactly. And then you got the talk of, is it James Bradshaw? Belshaw?
Yeah, Belshaw, yeah,
From
from Harrogate.
Harrogate. Now, if you this is my only thing with that. He's 35, and I know goalkeepers can play a lot longer than, say, outfield players because you think it's Tranmere, their goalkeeper's like 44, isn't he? Still making
Yeah,
cracking
44.
saves.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
It's how you build a team. You know, like if you go in for like youngsters and you want like a younger team, you know what I mean, and you're looking, how does that fit into where do all these things fit into the model? You know what I mean?
yeah. It's like, but then we had the opportunity to sign him before this, didn't we? It was a few years ago. So I don't know. I mean, some Notts fans were right with Luke Brownie, or however you pronounce his last name. So could be right with the goalkeeper. So who knows?
Not Spreado makes an interesting point. Well, the thing is, Mark, I don't see where his game time's coming from. That's another thing.
Yeah, it
Maybe
is. Yeah.
he would come off the bench for, say, maybe you have two of the
Well,
two
then,
like McDonald or Ness on the bench, and then him on the bench as well. You could change him for Macari. You know what I mean? That's where
I don't
he'd
know
probably subs
because
appearances.
I think the only decent players, like, because obviously he hasn't got injured yet. Touch wood, he didn't. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured because I just said that. Touch wood. Jacob Do, I think he's probably been one of the outstanding defenders so far, along with Rod McDonald until he's got picked up that injury because we haven't seen him. I don't think we haven't seen him played since. And then Matty Pratt last game was a bit shaky. So I think Jacob Badou's been a decent defender so far for us.
And then John says, good goalkeeper, mature. Belshaw is a good asset. He's a Notts County fan as well, isn't it? And
He is, yeah.
didn't he want to sign for Notts a
Yeah,
few seasons ago?
a few years ago, yeah.
Yeah, Notts said no, they weren't interested at that time. But Notts Fredo says, what does he say? All is so bad, he needs to. You know what? He works so hard. When you watch him, if you just watch him as an individual, which sometimes I'll just watch players rather than watching the whole game. And
If you're not
he
drinking, you drink.
runs. Yeah, if I'm not drinking my drink, he runs so much. And you look at him, how much he actually runs on a match day. And then you look where, say, like Dennis is or Jatter is, they're miles behind him half the time. Miles.
Yeah.
Like distance light years behind, you know what I mean? He puts so much
Yeah.
energy into that team.
He does, yeah.
So we got Oldham on Saturday. Is it gonna be on? That's another thing. Because the weather
Yeah.
forecast is a bit
It's
up
a
and
bit,
down.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's popped up on my screen saying on Thursday we're getting 2 centimeters of rain, but then it's also said we could get snow as well. So it's been a bit up and down. I think Oldham's in like what minuses all week. I think.
Yeah, it's when it gets nighttime the temperature drops, doesn't it? And
Yeah.
if the ground's already hard, I think I did read somewhere earlier that I'm sure Oldham are having some like preliminary pitch inspection tomorrow or
Like
something.
tomorrow, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And then probably there'll be another one on Friday. Hopefully they'll call it off on Friday if
When, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a
Fredo
good
says
point,
good
John.
point about all. And then
I
John
think that's a
says
good point.
when we had Luca alongside all two combined really well.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
We are missing Luca. Now Luca is supposed to be coming back in him because I can remember I was listening to I was watching Jody's stream on Twitch, and he was playing with Luca, and there was talking, and he was saying, "Oh, when you come back." So I don't know whether Luca will end up coming back or not.
Yeah, I mean, them two did combine good tomorrow. Not tomorrow. They did combine well. When obviously them two were playing, and I think Luca was one of those players that can come on and change a game. But obviously, he did pick up that knock. I forgot which injury it was, but if he does come back or not, you know,
Is it? Am I
it was
missing
it
something?
was only a loan though, weren't he, Luca?
Yeah, it's only a loan, right? A season-long loan, weren't it?
Yeah,
Now,
it was.
if I'm remembering right, was it Cambridge where they both came on as substitutes and we won the game?
Was it
Was it
Crawley?
Cambridge?
No, it was Crawley,
No,
wasn't it? 'Cause
or
we
was
won
it Crawley
4-0.
where they both came on?
Yeah, because remember, Jota scored both of the goals for Cambridge, and then I think I'm pretty sure Luca got 2 and Hull got 1. I think coming off.
It seems
It's something like
I've
that.
seen
Yeah.
Luca for ages. I think the last time he played was it the Johnson Paints game? Not Johnson Paints, Virtue Trophy.
The Virtue Trophy, yeah.
Yeah, the Virtual Trophy, and
that
then
Mickey Mouse trophy that no one cares about. Yeah.
When his last appearance, the whether was it Man United under 21s?
Was it
where he got
Barnsley or something?
one of
Didn't
them.
he score? He scored against Barnsley, didn't he?
Yeah, he scored against Barnsley.
So that could have been the last time.
Or was that all? I don't know. It's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. Yeah, last year.
Just go see if we missed any comments. No, they're all there. So not one up. Right. So, what do you reckon the score's going to be on Saturday if it goes ahead?
Yeah, if it goes ahead, obviously going back off our defeat against Accrington Stanley, that's not going to fill me much with confidence. But I'm going to be positive. I think we'll win. I'm going to go 2-1.
With 2-1. Jack speaks it's going to be 2-2. But I think Notts need a win. We need to get back into winning ways desperately. So I don't know. Oldham's a tough place to go. Playing Oldham at the minute is sort of not the best time to be playing them. When we beat them 3-1 at Meadow Lane earlier in the season,
they weren't great, was they? They weren't.
No, but they've got one of the best defensive records, but they don't score enough the other side of the pitch. So
that's like most teams though in this division. They're good defensively, don't concede a lot, but then they also don't score a lot, which obviously that wins you games.
Not Spredo says we'll lose 3-1. Be lucky to win. Don't see it. So I don't know, because all scored in that game, didn't they? Jetta with 1. Who was the other score in that game?
Which game we went about?
Against Oldham, because Cerula at the post, didn't it? Well, one went past
Robertson, Hall. No, not Robertson. Hall. Own goal. Own goal.
Yeah,
Hall,
own goal.
Yeah.
Hall and Jetta. And then Mellon got 1, and goalkeeper kicked it out. Cerula, I think it was Cerula chasing back Mellon.
Yeah.
No, it was chasing back Mellon. It came from their goal. From their goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper's long kick. Yeah.
Calarus stayed, didn't come for it. It was either I think it's Cerula who was marking Mellon, and then it goes in the back of the net. So disappointing for that.
Yeah.
Could have had a clean sheet out of that game.
Well, if Roos would have came off as 9, I mean, I'm not blaming him for the goal, but if he could have came out as 9 quick enough, I think he would have stopped that. But not blaming Roos at all.
No, nor me too. I'm not blaming him. I think Roos gets an odd time, and I've said this before. Yeah. Goalkeeper is really odd. So we go back to Edenston, and you think of some of the goals he let in, and he had good performances, and then he was dropped and everything else. But it depends what's in front of you. If the people in front of you aren't solid and you're not having a good game, any goalkeeper, no matter what, division they're in, whether the Premier League, whether the National League, if you're being constantly having balls floated into the box, you're going to make a mistake.
Yeah, he is.
We need to. We can't say.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that comment. No, you can't say that.
I just think sometimes it's easier to focus on one team member rather than a
And then the whole
collective.
team in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like people are saying Roy Carroll. Roy Carroll made mistakes. Look at against Salford in the FA Cup. Go back and look at that game. Now, other Notts fans will say Roy Carroll was a brilliant goalkeeper. One of the best goalkeepers we ever had. And then other people will say, well, Kasper Schmeichel was a really good goalkeeper. He had mistakes in him as well. I can remember Barnet where he let a ball go through his hands. You know what I mean? So all goalkeepers have a mistake in them. It's just that some goalkeepers, if they come with that history of having a mistake in them, it gets heightened a lot more at another club.
Yeah.
The same if a player likes getting a red card and is a bit feisty on the pitch. You know what I mean? And then they have that history from one club and they go into another club and they get sent off, or you know what I mean? So that will follow them. Who's the referee for Sunday?
Sunday.
Saturday. You know what? Right. So here's the thing. I got woke up. There was somebody walking down the road at 2:00 this morning. I'd only been in bed about an hour and a half. And it set my dogs up, and I've been up ever since. So that's why I'll probably get into some days wrong.
How inconsiderate, right? You need your sleep.
I know.
Everyone needs
especially
their
at my
sleep.
age.
Well, I wasn't going to say that because you probably say it's rude. So
I thought I'd get in there first.
yeah. Seb Stockbridge, might recognize his name. He's an experienced referee. I mean, obviously, his total stats were a bit thingy, so I would only read out this season stats. League One is an 11 appearances, 50 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 2 reds, 1 penalty. League 2, 8 appearances, 35 yellow cards, 0 second yellows, 0 reds, 3 penalties. National League, 1 appearance, 4 yellow cards, 1 penalty. FA Cup, 1 appearance, 2 yellow cards. And that's it. EFL Cup, 1 appearance, 4 yellow cards, 2 penalties.
So the referee's going to be the referee. We've got to play the game on Saturday if it goes ahead and not worry about the referee, do our job. The referee, we can't complain about the referee and we can't use him as an excuse.
Yeah.
But our history at Oldham isn't that good.
Oh, no, it's not.
They're
not what
grand
it says
anyway.
on here, anyway. Yeah. What? Yeah. It's not great.
So, like I said, I think we need a win. I don't know. I'm not going ridiculous. I'd take a 1-0. Especially like Chesterfield went there. They got a draw. They beat MK. Was it Warsaw? They beat Warsaw 2-1. So, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a tough game. If Notts aren't on it, if they turn up like they did at Accrington, home to Accrington, there's no chance we're winning it.
No.
I mean, but Oldham had last weekend off. We've had last weekend off. The last time we had a weekend off was it the Barnet away one when the international?
Yeah, because
there was that one in the earlier season, weren't it? Where the Swindon game got called off. We played Barnet. I think we won that in the 90-something minute, didn't we?
Yeah. 94th, I think it was.
94. And then MK Dons, we come back from a free weekend, didn't we? And won that
MK Dons?
Oh,
wait.
No, at home.
No, because it was
the FA Cup the
Saturday. No, yeah, FA Cup week, yeah. Because I thought it was on about Bristol Rovers, but obviously that was the week before the FA Cup week.
And then the following week, we didn't have a game on the Saturday, so we went we was at home to MK Dons on the Tuesday night. We won that one 3-2.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I'm bluesy, but you know what? I need to go to bed soon. We'll get there in the end. Score predictions. That's what we need to do. Score predictions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've already said mine. I'm not. Oh, no, we're doing League 2, aren't we?
League 2, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's only 6 games at the minute, but then on football it says Fleetwood and Cheltenham's postponed, but on Fresh Score it says it don't. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we do that one or not. But Accrington versus Barnet.
Accrington versus Barnet. You know what? Accrington 2-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably 3-0 Accrington. Chesterfield, Colchester.
Oh, this is a tough one, isn't it? Chesterfield has signed a lot of players, you know what I mean? As a Notts fan, you've got to be a bit envious of them up the M1 a bit. Of like their dealings in the transfer market. They haven't been waiting around. So, but then Colchester, the Crowley brothers, they know how to upset the apple cart. You know what? I think it'd be a 2-2 draw.
No, I'm gonna go probably. I don't know. Chesterfield got lucky against MK Dons, so scoring in the last minute. Will good with a header from the corner. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Colchester. Crew versus Harrogate.
Crew 3, Harrogate 1. I can't see nothing but a Crew win. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know if all this news going around James Belshaw is going to affect him or not. Because obviously he'll be hearing it too, won't he? So if that's going to affect him or not. But I can't see it happening. Crew's not really been good. They lost to Newport, didn't they? I think the last home game. So I think Harrogate's going to win this one just tightly. I'm going to 1-0.
See, another thing about that, about the Bradshaw, about James Bradshaw, the Harrogate goalkeeper, that's been in the public domain for a few days now. What's to say if it's slow moving that another team don't come in and poach that deal, scupper that deal, and then we're back to square one. And then
that is true. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you start to, the longer say, like when these rumors start coming out, you think, right, is there any substance in this rumor? And then the longer it goes on, you think, is it? And then the next minute you turn on X or you turn on
Facebook,
the internet
whatever.
or Facebook, and the players sign for a totally different club.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
it's
that's
one of those. Yeah. Fleetwood versus Cheltenham, if it's on.
If it's on Fleetwood versus Cheltenham, I think Cheltenham will win it 1-0.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, Cheltenham say 1-0 as well. Obviously we did Oldham Notts. Tranmere Bromley.
Tranmere Bromley. When is the Bromley train gonna like crash into
derail?
The sidings
Yeah.
When's it gonna derail? Because at the moment it don't look like it.
No.
The thing is with Tranmere, and I think I said this before, on the day they can be brilliant, but a lot of the time it don't click, and they look like a totally different team. But I do fancy him this weekend. I just fancy them to get a result against Bromley, so I'm going to go 3-1 Tranmere.
No, well, I think Bromley will keep it going. I don't know because Tranmere they only score loads, but they concede loads if they have one of those games. But I think Bromley's they have won the last 6. So is that one going to continue? I don't know, but I can see Bromley winning this one. I say 2-0. And that's it
And then
for League
that's
Two.
it. That's all the League Two was, because the rest of the games
FA
and
Cup
teams
weekend, yeah.
are all playing in the FA Cup, and we know Notts don't like a cup competition. We've got no, like, I don't know, passion for it, which upsets me as a Notts fan, really. It really does. You know, like, we remember, like, some of the good games, like the Man City game, Wimbledon game at Meadow Lane, the old Wimbledon, not MK Dons or not the AFC Wimbledon, but the original Wimbledon,
Yeah, the
when
original.
we used to stand in the Jimmy Cyril stand, and yeah, we go down at half time, clear the pitch as clear as day. You come back, you've had your drink, and it's just full of fog. I bet John will remember that. He's been a Notts County fan a long time, a longish time. But yeah, that was Figgy. And then they equalised. We was winning 1-0 at half time. Wimbledon equalised.
I remember you telling me this, yeah.
And then straight after that, the referee abandoned the match, and we had to pay for the replay. So yeah, that was Figgy. I like FA Cup nights. I can remember when we played Tottenham as well. I think it was a League Cup. We drew 1-1 at Meadow Lane. We lost the replay. And Gascoigne was playing that night as well. I was ball boy for that game behind Meadow Lane goal. I was either behind Meadow Lane goal or on County Road. I never really did behind the old cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Figgy. I love FA Cup. And I just don't think the club take it serious enough. I think they feel like it's like, you know, like some of the Premier League stunts and Championship, pushing for promotion, or the mid-table, like from like 12th down to 20th in the Premier League, where they'd sooner not be playing in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I mean, Macclesfield got a good draw against Palace at home, which I think they would rather want it away because of obviously extra money and that stuff. But they could beat them at home.
But you can make quite a bit of money. I think Chesterfield went on was it the quarterfinals? Like years and years ago, they had a really good run. Yeah, and it's just like, why don't you just go for it? It brings extra revenue into it. Why see it as like a negative thing? Why not see it as positive? Do you know what I mean? If your club's losing, like a lot of clubs in League Two will lose between about 1.5 million to say 5 mil a year. So that money's being put in by the owners. So if you could go on a long cup run and you get a decent team in the 3rd or 4th round, surely you've made like a substantial. If you get Man United, I won't say Man City, you get the bigger Premier League teams. Sorry, anybody Man City fans. If you get one of the bigger Premier League teams, you've got to be talking, and it gets put on TV. You're going to be talking what, 400, £500,000 just for that one game, for, you know what I
mean? Yeah.
So I just think we're a bit naive in cup competitions. And you know what really got me about Notts? Oh, this is rant time. So we'll take the.
Oh no.
We'll take that. We'll change that to that. What really got me about the Man United under-21s game in the Virtue was when the club sent that email out before and says, "Come and watch us progress to the next round of the Virtual Cup." And we spoke about this before. And I says there's no chance we was winning it. There's no chance. There was no chance we was going to win it. You know what I mean? Because that would have put us in a position to go through. And we know.
Very warm welcome.
Notts didn't want to be. Notts didn't want to be in the next round of that Virtual Cup. And it felt like the club was gaslighting the fans. Look, we've got a chance of getting through to the next round. We're going to try our best, but yeah, if you've been a Notts fan for a long time, you'll know. You're not rant time. Freddie goes, "Oh no, not rant time." Yeah.
No, this is normally the longest part of the podcast.
Yeah, the longest part of the podcast is rant. He's like, you can't, Harry. You know you want to rant about a transfer policy.
Oh, well, I'm trying to be positive because everyone says I'm being negative. So
Yeah, everyone says I'm negative, but I just think, right? I just think, right, that I see things more. I'm autistic, and I've got no problem with saying that, right? I know I also got bipolar, so but the autistic side of it is like the facts. Now, if people can't take what I'm saying and it's factual,
It is,
then
yeah.
that's their problem. It's not mine. I'm not going to be somebody who's like, oh, with rose tinted glasses, everything's fine because, like,
It's not, no.
as a Notts fan, I want Notts County to do good every year. We can't get promoted every year. I understand that,
No.
right? And the owner's got there's not one Notts County owner, right, apart from the Monto Finance like debacle, where we was throwing money around like water, but it didn't exist. So
Didn't
yeah,
work,
we paid
yeah.
for that ever since, right? But there's never been one Notts County owner, right, that I've known who's going to throw buckets and buckets of money in and buy loads and loads of players. The last time we went up to the Premier League, we brought Tony O'Garner from Sheffield United. Was he successful when we was up in the old First Division? No. He was successful in the Third Division under Sam Allardyce. He had his best years then.
Every fan is
But
negative at
the,
points. I'm negative about Bradford sometimes. We use it as a joke, but some people don't like negativity, aka happy cappers.
no, but it's not being negative. It's like if you're saying, well, this is
Having
what's
your
happening, and this
opinion,
is what
yeah.
it's opinion. You've got to be able to like listen to
Listen to
everybody's
other
opinion.
people's opinions, yeah.
And they've got to be listened to yours, but with a lot of fan bases, it's like, well, you've got to listen to our opinion, but your opinion
We
don't
can't,
count on
yeah,
them.
your opinion don't matter, yeah.
And it seemed like on social media as well. If you go against the grain of what everyone believes, then you're being
You're the bad
negative.
guy,
But
yeah.
you're the bad guy. It's like I said, right? And I'll say this over and over again. I said Stuart Maynard, and I said it really early that he'd never get us promoted. He didn't get us promoted. I was right. Has anybody come back and says you was right? That's what you said in the first place.
Yeah.
Not one single person.
No.
You know what I
No.
mean? But I
Yeah.
took so much stick for actually saying that and being consistent and saying it week after week after week that he would not get us promoted. But I was the negative one. But you've got to think about the transfer policy. Some of the time the transfer policy at the club looks like we're buying assets to resell. It's like being an wholesaler. You buy something cheap and then you mark it up and sell it on. Whether that's 6 months down the line, 9 months down the line, a year down the line, 2 years down the line. But as a fan base, that's the most frustrating part because all you do is you stagnate in a certain position and then after so many years, the fan base drops. And
Yeah.
that is what the owners have got to be careful that don't happen with Knots. Because if we keep hearing the same rhetoric year after year after year, we get to this point where we hit the top three and then we start sliding because it happens every year. Last year it
It does,
happened.
yeah. It happened, yeah.
We were there, and then we slid down. We
The
slid
season
down,
before, last season it happened. We
and then
finished, what,
every Knots
14th?
fan is like, oh, the brothers need to back the team, back the manager in the January transfer window, and then we get this under 21 signing. Last year it was Whittaker from Everton's under
Whittaker, yeah.
21s. This year it's Luke. Then we'll get maybe another player.
Yeah.
And
Probably,
it just seems like it's a repeat of
the story goes on.
Yeah, the story just repeats itself every year.
Itself,
Yeah,
yeah.
we want promotion, but do you really want promotion?
Do you really want
Do you know
it?
what I mean? And then you have like Richard Montague. Now with Luke, we haven't seen him play. I've seen a few little clips what Harry posted on TikTok earlier. I ain't seen a lot of him. He's 20. So he's not a finished article. So obviously he's been brought to be like improved and maybe sold on, or maybe he'd be one of them players who stay at Notts for a long time. Who knows? No one knows anything in football. But on the other side, it's not what you need in a promotion push. It has to be a complete part of a package. You need, if you're going to bring youth in, you've got to bring experience in as well. Not just in goal. We need, Jarrett Dennis looked tired the last few weeks. But as the Richard Montague interview affected them, and as it affected the old team as an whole, who knows? I'm just ranting off in a rant. And I'd be called negative, and I'd be called, oh, I don't support the club. But I do support the club.
What you're saying is true.
1978. But there isn't many. We just hear the same thing from the football director of football and the brothers every single year. We've got to outperform our budget. That's what they're doing. It's outperform their budget. But if you look at Bromley and their budget, how big are they outperforming their budget? Because their budget must be lower than ours. They must be in outer space at the moment, outperforming.
Yeah.
And if you think, like,
they got a decent team though, Bromley, because obviously Michael Cheek scores the goals, and obviously they got a good defense to win the games. So they must be outperforming everyone, because I know what most of the teams in obviously League 2 or League 1's not going to go for Michael Cheek because of how old he is, but he's still getting goals week in, week out.
But if you're reliant on data, and that's our model where we rely on more data and analyze it and data, and they'll be running their data model for every game, which they do. The model they run on for games, they run the outcomes and all this and the other. Rather than say like Bromley, where it's more done of like, what's a person like, how they're playing and everything else. I think all the brothers, and I know the playing styles changed a bit, but in time, are they going to have to change a bit away from that data model and or evolve it? So it has got a bit of personality, because
it is.
If you really see, all you hear is, well, the data says the data's emotionless. We take emotions out of it, so it's data. Do you know what I mean?
It's like they are signing random players.
It's like they're signing random players. But like, if we get a striker, if we bring in a striker in this window, which we need,
we do.
Bearing in mind, Jatta and Traore came from abroad.
Yeah.
Came from out the European leagues. Where do you think we're getting a striker from? We're not getting the likes of Andy Cook. We're not getting likes of Mullen.
Michael
Cheek.
Michael Cheek.
Yeah, we're not getting Michael Cheek. We're not getting anybody who's going to cost a lot of money. I think Traore cost them like 300, 400 euros or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So we're not going to get a player we know, because we all want this marquee striker. And this name, whether they played in the Premier League before, been around the Championship, or a solid League One striker. We're not going to get that, because
no, we can't. We don't want to spend the money.
The last 3
seasons we signed strikers from abroad.
Yeah. Or in January we signed them from abroad. So and they're not like Jatta weren't originally a striker, was he? He was brought and put into that position. He was it defensive,
like a winger, defensive? Yeah, something like that, but not a striker.
So I don't know. We expect players to play. We put round pegs in square holes and square pegs in square holes, and expect the players to play into a system that they're not comfortable playing in. Which brings you to Jarvis. Jarvis is not a wing back. If you look at his time at Shelbourne and everything else, he is not a wing back. So if you put Jarvis in that situation where you're expecting him to run back and defending is not a real big part of his game, he's going to look exposed. You're setting a player up to fail.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I just don't think professional-based football works in the lower divisions. Maybe in higher divisions like Championship or Premier League, but you need to score goals to get out of this league. I think it's that simple.
I mean, we need a goal scorer. We need a
Yeah.
creative midfielder,
Fielder. Yeah.
and maybe I don't know. We need striker thingy goalkeeper. What does that do to Roos if you get another goalkeeper?
That's the point. Yeah.
We'll get a random player from Spain or something. Yeah, Holland, you know what I mean? Norway, Germany.
Germany. Yeah.
It could be
It
anywhere.
could be anywhere. Yeah.
It could be anywhere. So, Ara, your rant or your final thought before we go? We've been 41 minutes. Oh, and I said 25 minutes we'll be on tonight.
Well, I don't know, but maybe this sign is like because everyone was putting rumors about. So maybe this sign was about to maybe stop that from happening. So I don't know. I don't really think it will be a good signing, but time will tell. He's young, so and yeah, that's another good
The number
point.
10
What's
of a
happening
right
with
wing
Barry
back.
Cutter? What's
Yeah,
happening with Barry
Barry
Cutter?
Cotter.
That's another good
That's all
point.
gone quiet, isn't it? The Barry Cotter
Yeah.
situation has all gone quiet. Apparently, he's traded with the B team, and who knows?
Apparently,
Because he
had a
hasn't been
massive
sent back, has he?
argument. Well, no, but apparently he's been a massive argument with Patterson, any or something
Yeah,
along those
apparently.
lines.
Allegedly.
If
We have
it's
to
true
put
or not,
allegedly there. We have
yeah,
to put
allegedly,
allegedly there.
yeah.
Don't want getting
'Cause if
sued.
it's true or not, who knows?
This podcast ain't got no budget, you know. This podcast got no budget at all. So if we get sued,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to sell my glasses and my microphone, and that's it. I'll be done.
we're gonna have to just change the name of our podcast.
Yeah, we don't just have to change it. We have to reinvent it.
Yeah,
He needs to go. He's been a poor sided. I don't
He
know.
hasn't
See,
got-
this is the thing about the last transfer window, and if you look at the brothers and how they sign players, it's not one person's decision. It's backed by data. So
Yeah.
everybody blames Roberto for how bad the transfer window is, but everything's
But it's
backed up by
actually
data
it's the
because it's
data. Yeah,
emotionless. They take emotions out the decision makers, so the data make other brothers look at it, and then they decide because the data says, yeah, this is a good signing. Was it Roberto's fault, or was his vision different to the brothers' vision, and that came out further down the line? Or was it that Richard Montague came available and the parted companies because that way? You know what I mean?
I mean, I also think another way is like his interview is that maybe affecting the players of how they're playing because they haven't been playing well since after that interview, have they? So it was like a bad interview to come out, or because he basically said if you pay the money, if you pay the right money, and Dennis could go. So
Well,
they haven't scored.
but
They
then
haven't scored.
if you're an head coach, Ara, and you're saying to your team, we're all in this together, let's get promotion. We get to League One, your wages are going to go up 20, 25%. Let's get to League One. Let's do this together. We're all in it together. We're all going on this. We all want the same thing. And then your director of football comes out and says, by the way, lads, you're all up for sale if the price is right.
If the price is
You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah.
But if nobody wants the rest of you, Jack and Dennis can go if the price is right as well. You know what I mean? So
I don't know.
But I am looking forward to Oldham. It's going to be my first
me
away game
too.
of this season. Oh no, second, but I can't really say second. not this one.
Not again. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward. If it goes ahead, I'll be so disappointed if it gets called off.
Yeah, because it'll be a Tuesday night, and then
Yeah, Tuesday night. I'm gonna have to stay over at Oldham because it's Tuesday night. But we've got 2 back-to-back away games. We've got Oldham and Crawley. I'm going to Crawley as well.
Yeah, me too.
But if Harry's going to Oldham, I'm going to Oldham. So if you see either one of us at Oldham, say aye. You know what I mean?
Don't be shy.
Yeah, don't be shy. Say hi. Right. Final thoughts? Anything? Nothing?
Come on, you pies.
Are Man United winning tonight? No, they're not, are they?
Well,
They're not.
Tottenham's
Come on,
already
you
won
guys.
one. Well, Tottenham's already winning 1-0. So
And we shall see you. Are we back on Sunday? If the game goes
I
ahead, we'll
mean,
be back on
it
Sunday.
depends. Yeah, it depends if the game's off or not. If it's on, we'll be back on Sunday. If it's
Check
not, we'll
back on
probably
here
be-
and Ari's page
Yeah.
to find it, and TikTok as well, to find what time we'll be on Sunday. If the game goes ahead, we'll be on for a Sunday run.
And
If
if it's
not,
not, we'll
we'll
probably
be
be back on Wednesday.
We'll be back on Wednesday, unless there's some like major transfer news and we've got to rant about it, talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we shall see you all at Oldham on Saturday if you're going. If not, that game, don't forget, we'll be back here next Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
Come on, you pies.